Welcome, everyone, to Charlotte and the Duke's Mayo Classic. A lot of buzz and buildup as we kick off another college football season here today. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 5th-ranked team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Buckeyes will kick this deep to get us going. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. First down here for this offense. They're going to run it. Hit some space around the 30. Tackle made after a big gain.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Gain on the first play moves it to the 43. It'll be first down. Handoff running right. He's found some room at the 45. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
You know, all week the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, he told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
New set of downs for the offense, 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down play coming up for this offense. He'll hand it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. DB is looking to jam the receivers at the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Eludes a tackle. Tackle made at the 26. Good enough for a first down.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on their ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense. As the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Here comes the 7th play of a good-looking opening drive, but it's 3rd down now. There's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gave the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And the PAT is good. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Set to kick this one off.
And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. Rips off a big gain. Finally tackled at the 46.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. Think about it. Over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
Incomplete, almost a first down interception here on the opening drive.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. And the sophomore making an impact play.
Man, I love to see these big fellas get a chance to make a play. Usually it's the guys on the edge, linebackers, but here, the nose guard comes up with a sack.
Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Chris, they're going to come up a little bit short of the first down, but this is a great effort here by the entire offense to give themselves at least a chance, a much better chance of converting here if they decide to go for it on 4th down.
Trying for a 4th down completion. And it's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
Here comes a handoff. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down play coming up. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And a huge gain across midfield, all the way to the 40-yard line.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver. That is a tough ask for this corner, and he's going to lose that battle more often than not.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary, and he'll loft it to the end zone. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Going to try to use his legs here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. That's exactly what he did on that play. Perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
This Kentucky offense is quickly moving down the field. They'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Handoff from the shotgun. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
Locates the tight end. It's complete. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Avoiding the sack, but the scramble results in just a very short gain. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's a quick grab.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
They need a yard here on fourth down to keep this drive alive. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Caught near the goal line. The defense stops him just short of the end zone. Spotted at the 1. The defense backed up against their own end zone. They'll try to run this one in. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they get set now to try the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. This one will be fair caught. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. Can they bounce back here? Moves the ball up to the 30.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. And the tailback's got it again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another third down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
So it's third and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Fires it to the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Well executed. He finds space and gets the first down yardage.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. 7-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 3.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And they've got the returner corralled. First down here, the offense has time for 1 more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll start the drive here with an end around. Stopped short of the marker after just a short game. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. Important second down play coming up. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they bring him down. Blocker has not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback, and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here they get some positive yards.
Crucial third down play after that completion. Lets it fly to the wideout. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here.
The quarterback's got to do a better job here of reading the coverage. He was determined to get that ball thrown to this receiver, but they played double coverage. He still tries to throw it, and he almost threw an interception.
Looking to pass here on second down. Quick throw to the left. He's got it near the end zone. Brought down at the 3-yard line, but this offense now has a first down and goal right there.
Boy, nice pickup there, Chris. We'll have to see if this defense stays in man coverage after giving up another big play.
They go with a direct snap. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
Offense facing second and goal. And the quarterback will just sneak it here. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
Make the extra point, cut the lead to 14-7. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. First play of the drive, to come out throwing. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock.
Chris, you see what happens when you try to squeeze it into double coverage. An incompletion is probably the best result you could hope for, because an interception is the most likely outcome when you're throwing the ball into the crowd.
And he's going to launch it deep again. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And he steps out of bounds, but a crucial takeaway. Great play by this defense. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. Field goal try, no good. He missed it. And after the miss, still down by 7. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And they'll kick it off, begin the second half. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. And they get the second half started with a running play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound. Right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth. The Buckeyes will line up to boot it away. They're going to kick it away for the second time. When he's got some space here. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And the single back takes the handoff. Powers through.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39.
Every now and then you see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
And the ball to the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
Defense just blew an opportunity. Have a nice lead here in the second half with the football. The last thing you want to do is turn it over, and they put the ball on the ground and now give your opponent a chance to get right back in this game.
So they take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn that ruling on the field. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Tackle, but first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. The kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. It's a huge gain down to the 16 in one play. They've suddenly become a threat to score. After that huge play, this offense is now in scoring position. They move into the red zone quickly.
Boy, Chris, you wonder what the next play will be for this offensive coordinator. Anytime you hit a big play like that, you get into the red zone, there's a tendency to want to go after the jugular, use that momentum to your advantage. Let's see what they call right here. Boy, when you get down into the red zone, one thing we know about quarterbacks in the passing game is the windows are tight. Love to see this offense here picking up some positive yards down in this tight area, getting the ball to a playmaker and letting him do his thing.
Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. That's a crucial response for this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
And the point after is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the runner takes off to his right. Spins away from the defender. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
What a long run from the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big game and a big-time score.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Look him out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his big tight end. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
Well, that's a great catch near the sideline, and does a good job of getting that foot down to secure the catch.
The offense sets up with a 1st and goal. And now the handoff. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
Extra point try coming now. They convert the PATs, so the lead is now 21. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage. He should have left the ball in the end zone. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short game.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
An inside give now from the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Almost intercepted, falls incomplete, but a risky attempt there. Would have been his 2nd pick today. Buckeyes will bring their punt team on the field now. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. It's a quick spin move. Now they finally stop him, but he found a nice lane in that return. Puts the start of the drive into a good position. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. The offense.
Just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. I felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
Quarterback's got it on the option. The back's got it on the pitch. Finds room at the 30. He's tackled after a big gain. Picks up a 1st down. Great execution on the option.
14.
The offense sets up in scoring position with a new set of downs. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. It's a second and goal play for the offense. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a designed run. Touchdown, Wildcats. And this one is getting ugly. How important is that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a 2-possession game here in the second half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the second half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this 2-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
14.
Bringing it out, it's Ortiz. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16.
Ohio State Buckeyes will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Incomplete towards the sideline.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? They'll change the pre-snap look now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Hit just as he throws the ball. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk. With that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
He's got some daylight turning on the speed. You can see he's a dangerous return man. They finally grab him, but he sets the offense up in pretty good field position. Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Linebackers moving around trying to confuse the offense. The pass rush closing in. Lets it go quickly. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. He's got some room and some blockers here. Past the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Wow, what a play, a defensive score.
Chris, how about the defense coming up with a huge play here? Not only the turnover, but it leads them to a score with a touchdown on this interception. Now they're trying to get back into this game. They may have a shot to make it a lot closer than what we thought.
Automatic on the PAT. Now they get set to kick it away.
Ohio State 21.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. It's a fumble. The returner loses the football deep in their own territory.
Another example of taking care of the football and how big of a deal this is. Usually it's running backs in practice that are working overtime on ball security. But after this, next week, this returner might be in those drills too. Can't be trusted to return it when you can't hold on to the football.
Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
They need a touchdown here. Down big in the 4th quarter. 3rd and goal. But it's incomplete, and that will now bring up 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Makes the catch. Can he get in? No, he didn't get there. Tackled short of the marker. That is a crushing play as they try to cut in to this lead. All right, so it's 1st and 10 back inside the 5-yard line. We're going to see how much this play caller trusts his quarterback. How aggressive will he be from this spot? To throw, it's Harris. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
He's back to throw again on 2nd down. Using his legs on the scramble. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Good awareness here by this defense, keeping their eyes on the quarterback, knowing that he's a potential threat. That time, before he could get out, they keep him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a 1st down. Another big play for this offense, but they are not throttling back here, even with a comfortable lead in the 4th quarter.
This defensive coverage seems one step behind the entire game. Even when they call the right coverage, the offense has made the plays that they need to be able to put points on the board.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's 3rd down and 7.
Brings up 3rd down.
They come to the line. A long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Out of bounds after another huge chunk on the ground. What a job by this offensive line today.
I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Running back grabs it on a screen. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
How about that play call here, Chris? I mean, I'm thinking they're going to run the football and continue to work this clock. This gives you an idea how much confidence they have in their passing game and this quarterback being able to throw the football with the lead in the 4th quarter, completion, and you're able to keep that clock moving.
Second down and goal. Looking to throw. It's Harris. Sacked on heavy pressure there. And that's the 2-minute warning. And this offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. And the offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Fighting off the tackler. Stopped short of the end zone. Spot the ball at the 2-yard line. Big play for both teams. Can the offense punch it in? 4th and goal from the 2. As a design quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Kentucky. And the beatdown continues.
Boy, do I love watching this guy play the game. You get caught up in his ability to throw the football, but you get into a situation where it's 4th down and goal. I love that his legs are a threat. This time he finds his way into the end zone for 6 points.
And the extra point was up and good.
Ohio State, 21.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
Ohio State Buckeyes will take over. 1st and 10.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. This thing is so out of hand. All you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. Looking for his big tight end. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 play coming up.
Hey, this offense isn't giving up. Yeah, we're in the 4th quarter. You're down big. But who knows? Make a big play. Try to get in the end zone. Maybe get an onside kick.
He's escaping the pocket now. And that one's picked off. What a play.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
Solid run. Moves the ball out across the 20-21.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Now it's 2nd down here.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
There was so much anticipation, so much preparation on both sides for a matchup like this to begin the season, Kirk. That's a big W on a big stage here early.
Well, you get through camp, you wonder how the season's going to get started, and they cannot be any happier. Now we'll just have to see how far they can ride this momentum as we go through the first half of the season.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm